In this box contains a couple samples that will lead this video to the very first look at the L series by System Sensor. System Sensor recently released a whole new product line of horn strobes, and more. So this video will be the first look at the System Sensor L series. Let's get started. Here they are. Let's take a look at them. So the first one we're going to be looking at is the System Sensor P2RL wall horn strobe. This is indoor, it's red, it has fire lettering, and it's 2-wire. So let's see this. And I love the System Sensor box. It's pretty cool. So when we first open it up here, looks like we have some mounting hardware. Looks like we have our System Sensor mounting bracket where you also wire it up, and this plastic piece just pops off it like that. Let's go further into the box. Go further into the box, we find the actual fire alarm device itself. Wow, this is my first look at it, and holy cow, this looks really cool. Alright, now let's look in box 2 here. We can see this is the System Sensor P2GRL. We find another System Sensor L series. So let's first start by comparing and contrasting these. As we can see, this one is obviously a little bit bigger than this one. So why could that be? So the biggest reason why this is this one right here. This one is meant to be mounted directly to a back box. So what you would see is this would be mounted to a back box and on the wall like that. And then this one is meant to be flush mounted, which means that there's a back box in the wall and this is mounted directly on the wall, as seen right here. So let's look more at the back of this System Sensor P2RL. So as we can see right here, this is multi-tone. It can do temporal 3 high volume, temporal 3 low volume, continuous high volume, continuous low volume, temporal 3 3K high volume, temporal 3 3K low volume, continuous 3K high volume, and continuous 3K low volume. And you select the volume setting by turning this knob right here. As you can see, it's also multi-Candela. So as we can see, there's a little number right there. It says 185. If you just flip this knob, it'll give you a different Candela. This alarm can do 15, 30, 75, 95, 110, 135, and 185 Candela. So this is very multi-Candela. It can do a lot of different Candela settings. Alright, here's box 3. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what's in this box. Alright, here is everything that came in the box. Now, what could all of these pieces have to do with the alarms? Well, let me show you. So let's say you wanted an emergency tornado alarm. And you had to use one of these alarms, but you didn't want the white strobe to confuse people that it might be a fire alarm. So what you could do is you could take one of these cool little covers right here, take it off, and it has a little sticky solution around it, and all you have to do is set it right here, and boom. It has a different strobe color, and this could now be used as a tornado alarm. But what about these little brackets here? So let me show you. Let's say you didn't want a fire alarm, you wanted an agent release alarm. Watch this. Take an agent cover, stick it on, just snap it on and it just snaps right in, and boom, you have an agent alarm. Now let's say you didn't want a fire alarm, but you just want a general evacuate alarm. Watch this. Boom, you now have an evacuate alarm. Evac. Isn't that really cool? And then going more so with it, watch this. Since this is not a fire alarm, you might not want confusion with the white strobe, so you can then make the strobe green. Boom. Since this is not a fire alarm, you don't want the confusion that it might be a fire alarm with its clear strobe. You can make the strobe yellow. Isn't that really cool? It's time to test this to see what it'll sound like. It could sound like System Sensor's old series with the Spectral Alert Advances, or it could have a completely different sound. So now I'm going to test it with some of its different settings so we can see what this alarm sounds like. Here we go. And just for fun, we're going to go ahead and test the other one I have, and I put up the agent lettering with a green strobe. So this is pretty cool. Let's go ahead and test it. In 3, 2, 1. Alright everybody, that is the video. Thank you for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe, and have a great day.